Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you can see, I've transformed from my winter gear to my normal, so I've got rid of the woolly hat, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I didn't have to do my hair, I didn't have to do anything, I just put the hat on and I looked completely normal. So today we are heading from Jindabyne, which is where I currently am, and we are heading to Canberra, the capital city of Australia. So it's about a 3-hour drive, I think, somewhere in that region. So yeah, let's get on the road. So, a lot of people outside of Australia have always believed Sydney is the capital city, and I'm ashamed to say I was one of them. I think it's because when you think of Australia, you think Sydney, you think the Opera House, you think the bridge. That's not the case. So, for those of you who don't know, here's a quick history lesson. So basically, way back in the years, Melbourne and Sydney were both gunning for the title of capital city of Australia, and they couldn't decide. Now, of course, I think if it was up to most of us, we'd be like Sydney, because let's face it, Sydney is so much more iconic. Like, Melbourne isn't the first thought that pops into your head when you think of Australia. Sydney is. But anyway, they couldn't decide who it was going to be in the end. So what they did is they're like, right, okay, we can't decide. So what we're going to do is, between our borders, we're going to make a capital city. We're going to put it smack bang in the middle. Okay, we can't put it smack bang in the middle because there's mountains in the way, so we'll put it right on the border. And so there is now a new state called the Australian Capital Territory that is right in the middle of the mountains. Now, Canberra is the only thing in that little area, and that's how Canberra came to be. So basically it was an argument between Melbourne and Sydney as to who should be the capital city. I still think it should be Sydney, and so do an awful lot of people that I've spoken to, but that's the way it went, that's the way it is. And as it turned out as well, I was lying about it being 3 hours, actually 2 hours. Which is really good. So I'm about an hour and a half away now, so I've done half an hour. Yeah, so it's quite funny that Sydney isn't the capital, but hey ho, that's the way it is. So yeah, got an hour and a half, and we'll just keep on going. Okay, change state again. So now we're on the Australian Capital Territory. Wait for this car to go past. So yeah, the only thing that's really in this state is Canberra. I mean, I think there's a little town or something. I saw something on the map. But yeah, pretty much the only thing in it is Canberra. So we're about sort of half an hour away now. And yeah, so we'll carry on. Okay, so this is actually the 5th state I've visited in Australia now. So basically, I came here 2 years ago, and I did South Australia, Victoria, Queensland, and New South Wales. Those are the 4 that I did last time. So this is the first time on this trip that I'm visiting a new state. It's pretty small, but you know, all it really houses is Canberra, and by the looks of it, one of a little town, city, I don't I've got absolutely no idea where I'm going. So like, I'm trying to look for an information centre, and I saw some signs for one, and I missed the turning. And now I've got no idea where I'm going. I'm seeing signs for Parliament House. Yeah, I'd show you what's going on right now, but I'm busy trying to, you know, not get lost. Okay, so information centre left here. I hope 1 hour parking. Okay, that's fine. That's all I need. Oh. Arrived in Canberra. What's bike hire? Oh, that would be cool. Oh, I'll have a look at that. Okay, so I got a load of leaflets, and I even got a Canberra t-shirt as well, because I figured I'm probably going to come back here. So okay, so quick history lesson, and when I say quick, I mean very quick. So the very famous tower that's in the lake, it's called the Captain Cook Memorial Jet. Apparently it's only open for 3 hours of the day between 11 AM and 2 PM, which luckily is right now. Yeah, there's a rainbow coming off it. Yeah, I've decided that the bike is going to be not a great idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide what I want to go and see first. And yeah, I'm thinking the what's it called? Where is it? Oh, where have you gone? Where have you gone? National Museum Australia. Now it's about 20 minutes drive that way. I can literally see the top of it because there's this big sort of I can't remember, what's the name? Arch, that's the word. There's an arch. So yeah, that arch is the museum, and there's a lot in there, to be fair. By the looks of it, it looks like there's a lot to see about where it's all come from and everything. So yeah, a lot of art as well. That looks good. The woman in there gave me a map of the entire city, and there is 49 things on it to see. 49. There's a few that I'm very, very keen to go and do. Some that I'd sort of planned to do already before I got here, and some that I didn't know about. Then there is the Anzac Parade. Now the Anzac Parade, for those of you who don't know, is basically the memorial. So Anzac Day is what we would refer to as Remembrance Day. They have both, but Anzac Day is specifically for Australia and New Zealand. So that's on the 25th of April. That's Anzac Day. And there is like I think it's water in the middle of it. I'm not sure. No, it's not water. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. So the Anzac Parade basically has got all stuff to do with the war. Lots of memorials, lots of art and everything. All about the war. There's that. That's good. Yeah, I've been through that. What else was there? I think that's mostly it for the actual leaflet, specific leaflets that I got. And then the map, there's lots to do in terms of the art gallery. What we got? Okay, so we've got the art gallery, a science and technology centre. Then there's a couple of sort of vantage points. One which is called the Telstra Tower. Telstra is a like a network phone and broadband provider in Australia, and there's a massive tower that sort of emanates from one of the hilltops. So that's apparently a really good lookout. Now that lookout is on Black Mountain. Then there was also, what's the other one called? Mount Ainsley. The Mount Ainsley lookout I've heard a lot of good things about, so looking to go there as well. But the wind keeps blowing it over. I'm gonna go and do something. That little memorial basically tells the story of Captain Cook's all 3 voyages, and basically says where he discovered, mainly Australia obviously, how each place was named, why it was named that particular thing, and also how he died as well. And because of a documentary I saw a few years ago, I do actually know that he died on a little island, but had not seen that documentary, that would have surprised me. But yeah, so I've done now, so I'm going to head to the museum, I reckon. Let's go. I actually had to pay for parking. Hey ho. I can read it there. I have got no idea what to expect in here. I know it's going to be a lot of old stuff about Australia, but I'm interested to see. I really am. I like this one. This one's my favourite. It's got so much definition to it. Oh, I like that one. It seems to be quite a big place. A bit bigger than I expected. Okay, I'm inside now. Let's get started. This is the weirdest skull I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. It kind of looks like it's got one eye. Can't quite tell, it doesn't say anywhere. Okay, well, there's bad luck on Friday the 13th. And then there's bad luck on Friday the 13th. 1.4 million hectares. That's insane. Oh, the Simpsons. I've been walking for an hour and a half now. It's interesting, but my feet hurt. Oh dear. There is so much stuff here. It's insane. It literally outlines everything. The tiniest detail. Oh. Right, let's continue. Catchy. Very catchy. It's got a mirror on the floor so you can see underneath. That's pretty cool. I didn't know this, so the ground that the Opera House is on is actually called Bennelong Point. That's the official name of the ground that the Opera House sits on. I didn't know that. I mean, I know I'm short, but like, Jesus Christ. These are giants.
So this boat here, it doesn't really look like it's very stable. I mean, the central gravity is going to be quite high because of how high it is, and it's such a narrow hull. I'd imagine it'd be really, really wobbly. Considering how old some of the stuff is, I know like like museums all over the world have stuff that's, you know, yonks years old, whatever. But I'm more amazed by how this is all preserved, considering how Europeans treated the country when they first arrived. I imagine they wouldn't keep much of it, if at all. So I'm astonished they've got so much stuff and such a variety as well. I've got to say, this is amazing. Whoa, that's really smooth. I didn't expect that. Yeah, it's really rough on the outside here, but it's really smooth on the inside. God, look at that. That's incredible. Okay, how can the centre of the city be this quiet? This is insane. See the holes up on there? Yeah. It's all braille. Obviously blind people, deaf people can't put their fingers up to it, but yeah, it's got some sort of Aussie words engraved in. There's a eucalyptus tree in the water over there, next to a depth measurement, and that basically symbolises the extreme weather conditions in Australia. Obviously the eucalyptus tree says about the sun, the heat. The depth meter shows about the flooding, and there's some fences on the top of that fencing, and that symbolises the fencing in the outback. It's incredible. Well, I must say that was absolutely fascinating. The amount of stuff they have is crazy, but like I said before, a lot of museums all over the world have a lot of old artifacts. You know, they've got a lot of old stuff which is to do with their history and whatnot. The reason I'm surprised there's so much of it here is because of the way that the Europeans treated Australia when they first came. They treated it as an island that was waiting to be inhabited, and you know the story, obviously. I just find it fascinating that they keep all of this stuff. Like, it's impressive. It's very impressive. But it's like, I don't know, 3 o'clock now, 20 past 3. So I don't know what to do now. I've got loads of stuff I can do. Okay, so next thing on the list is the Anzac Parade War Memorial thingy-mabobby. You heard me talking about it earlier. Now, to get to where I am now, I actually had to drive down it, and it looks massive and amazing. So yeah, it's just about a couple of 100 metres that way, and there is an actual building up at the top. So I'm going to go and have a look at that first. I've got 3 hours parking where I've just parked, so that should be fine. So yeah, let's continue on. Right, you ready? Okay, so that's the memorial building up there. You ready for this? And this is the parade. The building right at the end there is the Parliament House, and then there are, I think there's 12 sort of memorials as you go down, to 6 on this side, 6 on this side, I think. Can't remember. I had a map about it and I can't remember what was on it. But yeah, we're going to go and have a look at the actual building now. Yeah, this is the parade. Their name liveth forevermore. That's what the stone says. Kind of felt like that scene with in Rocky, Eye of the Tiger. All these blooming steps. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Oh. Look at that, they've got all the names on, all the places they've fought. So there's a soldier buried here they couldn't identify. So nobody knows who it is. Nobody knows. That's crazy. I've just spotted a bird up here. What the hell? Just look at that roof. It's incredible. They read out like all of the casualties, and so many of them are 21. P51. Sorry, not a Spitfire, it's a Hurricane. Hurricane, even.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Oh my god. I have no words. Right. That was one of the most harrowing things I've ever done in my life. Just everything about it. I've been to war memorials and museums and what have you before, but none has been quite that expensive. And also, I cannot believe the amount of stuff they have there. Like, it looks tiny. It's grand, but it looks tiny, realistically. But it all goes underground, and the sheer scale and size of it is unbelievable. We're going to go and check in to the hotel, and then going to go find some food. Okay, so just gone and checked in and parked the car. I'm in a multi-storey, and I just realised I don't know how to get back. Oops. Good morning! I need to turn the heats down.
That's the volume. There we go. It is 20 past 10 in the morning. I had a really bad night's sleep, to be honest. At the moment I can't really do much because it's really very cloudy, and most of the rest of the stuff that I want to do is outside, and it's 4 degrees at the moment. It's supposed to be going up to 14 in the afternoon because the sun's coming out apparently. So what I think I should do is go and get the car cleaned because it is filthy. Well, the sun's come out, that's typical. But I went to the first car wash and it was a hand car wash, and they were going to charge like $40 or something, and I was like, forget that. And I've just driven past a petrol station and found like a drive-in one, and $13, much better.
Three, 6, 6, 9, 5.
I forgot to put the mirrors in. Oops. Bit better. They always struggle with the wheels, but it's not bad. It's the front where it's particularly bad, and it's still not brilliant. Bit better though, bit better. Right, you saw how bad the weather was earlier. Like, it was just complete grey cloud cover. Where did this come from? Ah, there we go. Much better. So, we are going to go now to a place called Ainsley Lookout. I've heard good things, so let's go. Already you can see there's an amazing view. Look at that.
Not the worst view in the world. Oh, definitely not. Oh. So that big strip, that's basically the big war memorial. So the building up at the top of it is where we were yesterday during the service. The building right down the bottom is Parliament House, so you go down the parade across the lake, and yeah, it's not bad. Okay, just arrived now. There it is. Pretty big. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know a lot about this. Nothing, in fact. I didn't know there was a tower here until about 2 weeks ago, something like that. Telstra, for those of you who don't know, is like a big provider for network and phone and broadband and what have you in Australia, and so obviously this is a transmission station and all that. I just can't figure out why it's open to the public, but hey ho. So we're gonna go and take a look now. I'd imagine I probably need a jump. Oh yeah, 8.5 degrees, I need a jump, definitely.